हसरत है हमारी बाबा, कर दो वो पूरी आके। मिल जाओ प्यारे बाबा हम बच्चों से आके। मिल जाओ प्यारे बाबा हम बच्चों से आके।
जो चाहिए, जितना चाहिए उतना प्राप्त होने का श्रेष्ठ दिवस है। सने का रिटर्न होता है, सहज वरदान की गिफ्ट। तो गिफ्ट में मेहनत नहीं करनी पड़ती, सहज प्राप्ति होती है। गिफ्ट मांगी नहीं जाती, सुतई प्राप्त होती है। पुरुषार्थ से वरदान की अनुभूति की प्राप्ति अलग चीज है। आज के दिन ब्रह्मा माँ सने के रिटर्न में देती है। तो आज के दिन सभी ने सहज वरदान प्राप्त होने की अनुभूति की। अभी भी सच्चे दिल के सने में रिटर्न वरदान प्राप्त कर सकते हो। वरदान प्राप्त करने का साधन है दिल का सने। जहाँ दिल का सने है, उस सने ऐसा खजाना है जिस खजाने द्वारा बाप दादा द्वारा जो चाहे अविनाशी वरदान प्राप्त कर सकते हो। सने का खजाना हर बच्चे के पास है और सने में रहना बहुत सहज है। पुरुषार्थ की मेहनत नहीं करनी पड़ती, क्योंकि सने का अनुभव हर आत्मा को होता ही है। सिर्फ अब जो बिखरा हुआ सने था, कुछ कहाँ था, वो बिखरा हुआ सने एक ही साथ जोड़ लिया है। क्योंकि पहले अलग अलग संबंध था, अब एक में सर्व संबंध है। तो सहज सर्व सने एक से हो गया। इसलिए हर एक कहता है मेरा बाबा,
मन भावनी मुरली प्रेम से प्राणों को सींचे, रसीली तान की ये डोर आपकी ओर ही खींचे, आपकी ओर ही खींचे, रूहानी स्नेह का जादू आपकी मीठी बातों में, रूहानी स्नेह का जादू आपकी मीठी बातों में।
Om Shanti. Perform the dance of harmonizing sanskars, the virtue of sweetness. You celebrate a meeting with Bap Dada, but the greatest meeting is to harmonize sanskars amongst yourselves. When these sanskars are harmonized, there will be cries of victory. For this, imbibe the virtue of sweetness. Don't speak sharp or taunting words. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Avyakti Parivar. So today we are starting day 1, the series of month of April. And as yesterday we did talk about the topic, Didi also shared. So this is going to be very, very nice series again. Perform the dance of harmonizing sanskars. And today's topic, the virtue of sweetness. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Everyone, it's so good to see worldwide family of Avyakti Parivar. We are sitting in Shantivan. It's the same place where you always meet me, Saraswati Bhavan, number 1, above Dadi Ratan Mohini's cottage, and also Brother Bridman. Whenever Baba talks of different virtues in the life are like fragrance in the flower. These days they are beautiful flowers, very colorful, big size, very good. But there is no fragrance. In India we have real roses. I think in England, Morocco, some countries, and you could just smell those roses very, very, they don't look big, they are small. Their petals are very soft, but their fragrance is very good. So when I listen to Baba, I've been thinking which virtue one should have, and then vibration, the fragrance of those virtues. Then listening to Revise Murli, Baba is talking about the virtue of love. Baba is saying if there is love, there is no hard work. There is no laboring. And it is because of the energy and the vibrations of love, everything is easy. So today, what the signal Baba is giving is of sweetness, the virtue of sweetness. Now, when there is love, then you will be sweet naturally. in your drishti, in your words, for everything you will be very, very sweet. Because when I am experiencing God's love, and then I have love for the self and love for others, then the quality of sweetness will be very natural. Otherwise, I try to be sweet, but internally I don't have any feelings. When you have natural feelings of love, others do feel it, definitely. Every virtue, as I said, is fragrance. Fragrance cannot be seen, but it can definitely be experienced. You receive it, you take it. So far, a Vyakti's signal or homework which Baba is giving us is of the virtue of sweetness. So when there is love, there is sweetness, there is gentleness. So Baba is saying that you celebrate a meeting with Bab Dada. But the greatest meeting is to harmonize sanskars amongst ourselves. When Baba said these sanskars are harmonized, there will be cries or the sound of victory. For this, imbibe the virtue of sweetness. Don't speak sharp or any taunting words or words of criticism. Because somewhere deep feelings get expressed, and that is through words. We might not even notice that my words are more criticism than teachings. Are you trying to teach the souls or do you criticize the souls? So our nature should be, as Baba said, with the quality of sweetness. I think that many of us do observe one's own self and others, that do I have the sanskar of sweetness, gentleness? And if I have, then every word we speak, people can immediately relate to that word. They will like it. Otherwise, even if learning is there, but that natural learning where my sweetness, my love, all the qualities are increasing every day. Transformation is happening and will be happening. But when Baba gives us homework, if that day, whole day, we keep remembering, I have to do this. This is what Baba had said. Same day, we could achieve a lot. Big transformation can happen. And our awareness and attention on that virtue will be more consistent. So even if we know that we have practiced this virtue of sweetness so many times, but today will be different. Today will be unique. So we take this opportunity that today is the day of virtue of sweetness. Not only responding, but in a very active way. Through your drishti, through your words, express the sweetness. Om Shanti.
Good morning, Didi.
Good morning, Oliver.
How are you?
Good, good. Time is passing fast.
Yeah, another couple of weeks and we'll have you back in the bosom of America.
Right.
Do you ever get tired of answering questions?
My body responded different. No, well, definitely. I like to see how we can clarify everything. So I'm not seeing questions only intellectually, but it's just like conversation where we can go deeper and, so that's how I see it.
I don't know if anybody's thought to count how many questions you've answered in the last 4 years. And
Yeah.
one of the things that I appreciate, I don't know if they asked Baba as many questions as they've asked you, but also your willingness to take on any question. Sometimes even I'm a little surprised that somebody's asking you this question in a public forum, but with grace and all respect, you will give an answer. And I know sometimes even like some Bharadwasis have even said, I would never ask Sister Mohini that question because they would consider it to be a little maybe not in order to ask you such a question, but you accept where the question is coming from, that it's coming from a sincere place. And you've never said to somebody, you shouldn't be asking me that question. So I really appreciate that. Last week when I asked you about your color, and you started, I thought you were giving me your color, but you were giving me my color. And so now it's my turn. Okay. So here's some of the things that and it's a very short list, but that I've appreciate about you. And one of them is your endurance power. Of course, I've just mentioned one, the way that you will take on any question. So you're fearless in that regard. And I've seen people in front of you being maybe a little rough or a little aggressive, and yet you've maintained your composure, your dignity, and you didn't respond in the same way. So I like your individuality. You're friendly with everyone, but you don't have any special friends. I appreciate your deep inner life that's full of attainment. You're very intuitive, but you're also inscrutable in that we can't always tell what's actually going on inside you. You don't wear your heart on your sleeve. You maintain this dignity. So this makes you a good diplomat. And you're very careful not to give offense. You're not only self-aware, but you're full of self-worthiness. You're also, what I've seen, you're willing to be accountable. When you've made a mistake, you'll say you've made a mistake. You have full faith in your victory. You're imposing. There's a way you have of carrying yourself. We might say dignified, but you don't impose yourself on others. And I've seen this, where even though you're our fearless leader, you will not insist or impose on instruments or anyone else. And I always think, yes, of course, you're a Maharati, no question about it, but you have the memory of an elephant. You don't forget things. You don't forget people. You don't forget situations with them, where you need to, that you are Maryada Purushottam, but you're also very liberal. I like how liberal you are in your way of thinking, that you are able to draw resources and or to command resources and to put them to good use. And that, even though there's a changing demographic in terms of the Brahma Kumaris, where it seems there might be less and less double foreigners, but we feel that you represent us, that you don't discriminate. There's both the Bharadwasis and then the rest of the world, and that you're our representative in a very fair way. And what else can I say? That even God wants to please you. So, are those some of your colors? Will you accept those?
I think, I don't know how long it took you to write down all
No,
these.
didn't take long.
But what I would have also loved to hear is what more I need to pay attention to, what more I can share with others, where I can be more generous or bestower, So, I also like to know these things too. Maybe next time or this time.
Didi, that's a private conversation.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, you said right that some of the questions, not too many, are a little bit embarrassing in the sense of saying it in public or
Yeah.
especially there are certain principles which are not told by Baba or Shrimat, but they are more to support our principles, like how do we live together and all these small things are which we are using to support ourselves, our purity, and help us with reducing or having more soul conscious relationship, not only purity as a physical principle, but more as in soul consciousness. Now it could be both, like some will say, you don't need them, and some might say we need more, in the sense.
Yes.
So I think that basically purity, when it is spoken, is more on soul consciousness. And after that, it becomes easy. Yeah, so I don't feel bad at that time, but I just become soul conscious. Whatever is right, I just give my answers. And I think it's not just the words.
Yeah.
But my inner being gives them proper answers.
Exactly. As I say, you maintain your dignity. You don't react. You're not defensive. Somebody was telling us about a class that Caliban did when she was in Madhaban, and it was on love and law. And you're kind of saying the same thing now. And what caught somebody's attention, I wasn't there, was that she said, the law supports the love. And so it's like Baba's Maryada supports, whether it's the purity or whatever else. And so along those lines, that as the national coordinator of the US, which was your previous title, right? How has that helped you become the instrument, for the whole world? What is the training that you got by being in America that has helped you have that wide angle vision and that acceptance and that ability to respond to everyone? You think you would be the same if you just stayed in Jaipur or in Delhi? Don't think so.
I think learning is in two ways. One is through study. You study those subjects, you have information on those subjects, So you have capacity at least to understand, and then what you're saying, you are relating to the current situations or current waves in the world. Because lot of majority of population is very much connected, their minds, with the present time, present event, present situations, right? So if I also or we also are aware of what people going through emotionally or socially or in whatever way, then it becomes very, very easy. So that way, what has helped me that when I came to Baba and I was just I hadn't started university, so the question came that what subjects I should take, and Baba always talked about history. That Baba tells us the history, golden age, and what they study. So I took one subject as history means you have British, world history, Indian history, you have all kinds of different main topics of the history. And then very interesting way, this thing came up that, when people talk about isms, communism or whatever, so I don't know if majority of people understand, but then I was very keen to know what are all these systems, political systems. And when I was young, I remember communism was something very new. So I didn't know much, but then I decided to take political science, exactly to know how the constitutions are formed, how governments work, and all these kinds of things. So I did journalism and political science, and that helped me that I kind of governance in the world, the influences or money and power, what all that really includes. And I remember that Baba, and also I felt if I have to answer certain questions as a spokesperson of organization, then I need to know many things. So, but then second thing is to keep to the current. It's like you are not outdated person. Like, what people, some or other, don't think that BKs all will have that ability. So I remember once I was at someone's home, staying few days there, and they start talking about one of the current situation, and I was kind of talking to them. So they were very, very impressed. They said, "Oh, we didn't know that you all are also not in the world, but still in the world."
Yeah.
So I find that this helps. So, but one is learning from people, learning of present, what people feel and what is right, how we should respond. So I find that there are two ways: either you learn, intellectually or through your studies, but other way also learn is when you interact with people. And I remember one time I was at Toronto airport. So there was this bishop, and many, many years ago, I was in Delhi with him on a panel, and he saw me, Mohini, and he started talking about something. And that time was very temporarily invasion of one country in Middle East of another. So I hadn't seen headlines of that morning. So I said, yes, yes, I keep saying. But then I told him I haven't really seen the headlines this morning. But then I saw. Then I realized how important it is that a country had been invaded and you don't know. For them, like it's such a big thing. And you show such innocence. So they
Yes.
feel you don't live in this world. How
Yeah.
will you deal with the feelings of people of those countries? So I'm just giving example. So what I try to see that we come to know little bit of everything, come to learn that, and so I feel that lot learning has happened, and I keep myself not I know and this is enough, but whatever I could learn, not too much actually. I used to do little more, but now sometimes I don't get time. Whole day just goes meeting people and in the meetings, but as you said, that I do feel that I have to represent Baba, and also I have to represent humanity.
Exactly. It's beautiful.
It's not you are with the God, not with the people.
Mm-hmm.
I think how God is connected with the people, we should also be connected with God and people both.
Mm-hmm.
And that is where they can understand you, accept you more quickly and properly.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Wow. Okay. Oh, sorry.
So growing and learning keeps you very, very lively, keeps you very happy, and very much with, as I said, with the people with you, whether it's your own community or any community in the world.
Mm.
So you feel as representative not only of God but of the world too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Marie asked me to finish at 10 past. So the other very quick thing, maybe in relation to that, was I think it was yesterday's Aviak point, maybe, or today's, and it was to do with adjustment. What gets in the way, and to do with, the dance of sanskars, what gets in the way? What gets in the way of our being able to adjust?
There are many type of adjustments. Like when I went to West, it was with the culture, way of living, and
Okay.
then in that also there was physical adjustment, their style and the way to, but other one also was conversations. That is a lot of adjustment. Our culture here is not to ask too much, right? When I went to West, so I had to stay with 2, 3 young boys, and they will ask me everything. So I was one time saying, can't you just accept it? Can't you just think it's my principle?
The
Every
beginning
time
of
you,
your training on questions, Didi.
yeah. So they keep asking, why you do this? Why you do this? Why we have to? They were nice questions, and it's a lot of learning to listen to their questions and give answers. So I realize from there that new culture or young people, people of different nations, have their own curiosity, and what they're trying to find out is why you have to sit like this, why you wear white shawl, very little questions, which some people might naturally understand, but it was always inquiry. And I thought it was very good, which sometimes people don't have, inquiries. They just see it, accept. But I realize that it's a good thing to have
Oh,
inquiry.
good, good, good.
So
Yeah.
kind of, as you said, adjustment to the nature, to the age groups, to the language. As you said, that some people say things which you would be very shy maybe to even ask or say. But when you are asked, then you adjust. So adjustment at every step in the life. And it's not we have completed that. Still we have to adjust. So I think whatever comes as different and it needs little bit more tolerance or learning or understanding, we should allow that to happen. so that we can be broader in our attitude, in our conversation or language, whatever.
Oh, that's lovely. You give me an answer on a whole different level from the question I was asking. Much appreciated. Thank you so much, Didi. Om
Thank you, Lord.
Shanti. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
मधुर रागिनी सा तेरा प्यार बाबा, शीतल चांदनी सा तेरा प्यार बाबा, मधुर रागिनी सा तेरा प्यार बाबा, शीतल चांदनी सा तेरा प्यार बाबा, निर्मल सी गंगा उज्ज्वल सी यमुना, निर्मल सी गंगा उज्ज्वल सी यमुना, परम पावनी सा तेरा प्यार बाबा, मधुर रागिनी सा तेरा प्यार बाबा, शीतल चांदनी सा तेरा प्यार बाबा। तेरी आभा है सौरभ बिखेरे हुए, तुमको देखा तो बाबा हम तेरे हुए। तेरी आभा है सौरभ बिखेरे हुए, तुमको देखा तो बाबा हम तेरे हुए। खुशियाँ मिली है, खुशियाँ मिली है बेशुमार बाबा, मधुर रागिनी सा तेरा प्यार बाबा।
Om Shanti. Om Shanti.
संगम युग का वर्षा यही है, शिव से मिलन मनाना, समय श्वास संकल्प सभी सेवा में लगाना, पवित्रता बरसाए जग में, पवित्रता बरसाए जग में, फरिश्ता झलक तुम्हारी, फरिश्ता झलक तुम्हारी, शिव पिता ने दी है तुमको, शिव पिता ने दी है तुमको, श्रीमत कितनी प्यारी, श्रीमत कितनी प्यारी, मीठे बच्चों प्यारे बच्चों।
जो अंदर ईश्वर से मिलता है वो बाहर कैसे मिले? हो सके ये बुक उनको दिखाना, इनसाइड आउट, समझ, मेरी बात समझ रहे हो ना? बाहर में कितनी बातें होती है, अंदर गई ना सारा शरीर में आएंगे हम। सिर में दर्द पड़ेगा, छाती में दर्द पड़ेगा, टांग में दर्द पड़ेगा, कुछ न कुछ होगा, नींद नहीं आएंगी। और नहीं, इनसाइड, अंदर से ईश्वर से 5 बातें मिलती है। ऑफर करती हूं, आपको लेना है ईश्वर से, जिसको लेना है मैं पीछे बताऊं, लेना है। अच्छा, तो अभी अनुभव करना, देखना। लेंगी कौन लेंगी? आत्मा। पहले समझ में आत्मा हूं। अगर शरीर में देखेंगे ना, शरीर को याद करेंगे, शरीर को देखेंगे ना, तो ये भी मैंने देखा है। हमारे एक प्रैक्टिकल की बात है, कराची में हमारी एक बहन बीमार थी, पेट में दर्द था, बहुत दर्द था, ऐसे बेचारी ऐसे हो रही थी। तो मैं नर्स थी, मुझे नर्स रखा था। मैं पेशेंट को बड़ा, रात को अचानक कोई उठाता नहीं था, 2 बजे उठ के चली जाती थी। तो क्या था, हमारे बाबा को मैंने कहा, बाबा इसको पेट में बड़ा दर्द है। मेरी शिक, बाबा इसको पेट में बड़ा दर्द है। बाबा उसके सामने आया, उसने जैसे मैंने झूठ बोला था, ऐसी देखा, मुझे कहा तुम्हारी शक्ल ऐसी क्यों हुई? दर्द इसको तो है नहीं। इतनी पावर है। बॉडी कॉन्शियस होने से ज्यादा होता है। अब सोल कॉन्शियस होंगे ना, शरीर पुराना है, कुछ न कुछ होता है, हवा पानी का होता है, कुछ होता है, पर सोल कॉन्शियस रहना है, बॉडी कॉन्शियस नहीं रहना है। जब सोल कॉन्शियस है थोड़ा है, ठीक हो जाएगा। कुछ दवा, फिर डॉक्टरों ने मेरे से पूछा दवा नहीं ले, मैं कह लेती हूं, दवा है 5%, दुआएं हैं 50%, बाकी सब उसकी है ताकत। ऐसे नहीं कहेंगे दवा नहीं है, दवा लेती हूं, कुछ न कुछ लेती हूं। हठ योग नहीं है, परंतु जो तंदुरुस्ती होती है, हेल्थ होती है, दुआओं से। आप अच्छा कर्म करते चलो, सबकी दुआएं लेते चलो, ऐसे कर्म करो जो सबके दिल से दुआ निकले, भाई ये बहुत अच्छे। ऐसे नहीं अच्छा कर्म दिखावे के लिए नहीं किया, मतलब मेरा टाइम घड़ी हो गई, मैं चली गई, नहीं, आधी रात तो बाबा ने मुझे सिखाया। मुझे पता नहीं था कोलन वाटर क्या होता है। कराची में हम थे, एक बहन को रात को बुखार था, 104 बुखार था। मैंने देखा, बाबा ने कहा बच्ची कोलन वाटर लेकर के इसको यहां लगा दो, ऐसे ऐसे कर दो। मैं अभी तक लगाती कोलन वाटर, बुखार उतर गया। एक तो पेशेंट भी कभी में जाता है, और सेवाधारी को भी प्यार से सेवा करता है। बुखार कम हो गया उधर। और इसमें ये आप देखना, बहुत करके जो सिर दर्द होता है या हार्ट में पेन होता है, कोई न कोई फिक्र करने से, चिंता करने से, कोई न कोई प्रकार की चिंता है। इसलिए बाबा ने समझाया था, पहले मैं आपको बताऊं 5 चीजें कौन सी भगवान देता है वो ले लो। प्यूरिटी, प्यूरिटी, संकल्प प्यूरिटी, पीस, लव, हैप्पीनेस, पावर। समझा?
साकार के दिन जब याद आए तो स्नेह में अखियां भर आए, वो प्यार तुम्हारा याद आए।
Om Shanti. So tomorrow is Tuesday. Our schedule from Amritvila 3:30 a.m. to 4:45 a.m. In the evening, 5 to 6 p.m. English Awake Murli revision. Together with that, in breakout room, Awake the Children Murli class. 5 to 5:15 p.m. 6 o'clock, Bhatti will start, followed by Hindi series, English series, and Awake the Journey. Welcome to Awake the Journey. Awake Murlis from 1969. Multi-million fold fortune and blessings.
Om Shanti. This is the Avyakt Murli of the 4th of December 1972. Spiritual drill of Mahavir souls. Where are all of you sitting at this time? Are you sitting in the corporeal world or in the subtle world? In the subtle world. Do you experience yourself to be beyond the attraction of this corporeal world? Or is it only whilst you're stable in the angelic form that no attraction of the corporeal world can attract you towards itself? Are you able to make yourself detached from the various types of attractions of this corporeal world in a second, and so be loved by the Father? Do you experience the stage of being beyond karmic bondages whilst performing actions and being free from bondage, bandhan mukt, from having been in bondage, bandhan yukt? If each of your spiritual great souls, that is Mahavirs, were to receive a direction to go beyond the consciousness of the body this moment, to be bodiless, to be soul conscious, to be free from all bondages, and to remain accurately in yoga, that is yogyu, would you be able to stabilize yourself in this stage in 1 second? Hatha yogis are able to stop breathing for as long as they want. In the same way, are you easy yogis, natural yogis, constant yogis, karma yogis, the most elevated yogis able to create whatever type of thoughts you want on the basis of the knowledge given by Baba, the bestower of life? Can you stabilize yourselves in that thought at that time for as long as you want? To entertain yourself with many pure thoughts in one moment, and to stabilize yourself in one pure thought the next moment. Are you able to practice this easily? In a physical way, you're able to stop yourself whenever you want. Of whom is there the praise of having had the stage of being unshakable and immovable? You great souls, that is Mahavirs, are the elevated souls who follow elevated directions. That is Srimad, are you not? Apart from following the elevated directions, Srimad, you have stopped following any other directions, have you not? Other directions do not wage war on you, do they? Even the dictates of your own mind, that is Manmat, should not wage war on you. Of course, you have stopped following the dictates of scripture writers, gurus, and your Iron Age relations. However, the dictates of the mind, that is Manmat, means that thoughts are created on the basis of the temporary sanskars of souls. And if you put those thoughts into words or actions, what would you call that? Would you call that Srimad? Or would you call the creation of wasteful thoughts Srimad? Those who are following Srimad cannot create even one thought based on the dictates of their own mind, or even based on the dictates of other souls. Because the speed of your stage is not fast, one or another dictate of your own mind or of others is mixed with Srimad. Just as when you drive a physical car, if any rubbish is even slightly mixed with the petrol, that is, if the petrol is not refined, the car will not be able to pick up speed. In the same way, the speed here is also not increasing. Check yourself or have it verified as to whether there is anything mixed in. Anything mixed does not allow you to be fixed. There continues to be fluctuation. Acha, we will continue tomorrow. Om Shanti.
Perform the dance of harmonizing sanskars. The virtue of sweetness. celebrate a meeting with Bap Dada, but the greatest meeting is to harmonize sanskars amongst yourselves. When these sanskars are harmonized, there will be the cries of victory. For this, imbibe the virtue of sweetness. Don't speak sharp or taunting words.
संस्कार मिलन की रास करो, मधुरता का गुण बाप दादा से तो मिलन मनाते हो, लेकिन बड़े से बड़ा मिलन है आपस में संस्कारों का मिलन। जब यह संस्कार मिलन हो जाएगा, तब जय जयकार होंगी। इसके लिए मधुरता के गुण को धारण करो। कटाक्ष के बोल व कटु बोल नहीं बोलो। ओम शांति।